What is the difference between labor rights advocacy and employee representation? In recent news, there has been a growing conversation about labor rights advocacy and employee representation. As workers across various industries seek to understand their rights, this topic is more relevant than ever. With recent strikes and labor movements making headlines, many are asking, what is the difference between labor rights advocacy and employee representation? Labor rights advocacy focuses on promoting and protecting the rights of workers as a collective group. This often involves campaigns aimed at improving labor standards, fighting against discrimination, and enhancing workplace safety. Advocates work through unions, nonprofit organizations, and community groups to raise awareness and lobby for changes in public policy that affect workers. Their efforts are aimed at addressing systemic issues that impact a large number of employees across different sectors. On the flip side, employee representation is more about direct involvement in the workplace. This typically involves structured groups such as unions or employee committees that negotiate with employers on behalf of workers. These negotiations often cover wages, benefits, working conditions, and grievance procedures. Employee representation provides a formal channel for workers to voice their concerns and negotiate effectively with management. To put it simply, labor rights advocacy is about advancing workers' rights at a broader societal level. It often involves legal challenges and campaigns to change policies that affect labor. In contrast, employee representation is focused on the workplace itself, ensuring that employees have a say in their immediate work environment. Both labor rights advocacy and employee representation play vital roles in protecting workers. Advocacy seeks to change the rules that govern labor, while representation ensures that employees' interests are directly addressed in their workplaces. As discussions around labor rights continue to gain momentum, understanding these differences can help workers navigate their rights more effectively. In light of recent events, it is clear that both approaches are essential for the ongoing fight for fair treatment and better working conditions. As workers become more informed, they can better advocate for themselves and their rights in the workplace.